My name is Janka Dold. I'm working for HELLERAU, the European Center for Arts in Dresden. And we are a guest performance space, a co-production space and a residency space. Within Moving Identities, HELLERAU is a venue partner, so we are focusing on realizing the residency for the artists. And we are in the second year now of Moving Identities, so we had a first round that started last year in 23. With the first round of residency artists, and now is the second year, which is very exciting to have this development of the project, to work closer with the different partner institutions throughout Europe, and to also stay in contact with the artists of the last year and get to know new people constantly, get to know their researches and the topics they work around with. Right now, we're hosting within Moving Identities the collective The Age of Love, which is coming to HELLERAU from Hasselt in Belgium. We were talking a lot about their topics and their project. We were trying to find artists I connect them with here on site. They also found a lot of interesting topics that connect with the context of Dresden and the space itself. So I think it's really changing their way of working and their research.
The Age of Love was actually the first performance we created in 2021, which was part of my graduation project. But it wasn't just the title of the project, it also became the title of our group collective.
So it is a group of people that constantly, they come and they go, and I think everyone who has this feeling that they want to work with different voices, interdisciplinary, are on a lot of intersections. They meet each other there, they feel very welcome. And I think you're like the community builder in that sense.
We're mostly based in the province of Limburg, even though that people are also spread out. Why we think it's very important to be represented there, because Limburg doesn't really have a lot of performance art.
So this is our second residency. We did a residency of 2 weeks in Hasselt, in which we really focused on researching and interviewing. And now these 2 weeks were really like, okay, we did all this kind of research, but how can we open up the personal stories that we shared with each other? How can we open it up to something that is bigger? And also how can we, because we want to work with two specific materials, which are soil and blood. How can we go from like the basic meaning of soil and blood and change it into something else? And we also did some very specific movement research. Because Samuel wanted to do something with a bungee rope, had this idea, this vision of performers hanging on a bungee rope, a bit like an umbilical cord. And we had the chance to try this out in HELLERAU, because there is a room in which we can attach the bungee cord. So that was super important. So it was basically, material research, and also developing the concepts that we had in the previous residency, to develop it a bit further and to broaden it up.
I think for me, to be writing, to have a residency and also really do some research in writing, it is very new. And I've been learning a lot. I've been playing a lot with silliness, but also with serious tones. I feel like every place we go to, it sparks something new, because it's also very related to the space and what we're in. To have a black box here and to have a white space in Vonk, it also opens up a different type of feeling while writing.
I think what I will definitely take away with is like the unexpectedness of this residency. Coming here, I never thought that I would meet so many like interesting artists who would really like influence the work that we are doing right now. Also the idea of, usually we're very used to having to claim a space, and now really having the freedom and space to have space, to really like delve into these materials that I've been obsessed with for a long, long time.
My name is Duk. I'm an artist working in visual arts and performing arts. I'm based in Berlin, and I work a lot about body and identity, mostly on the intersection of class, gender, and race. In my performance practice, I follow a collaborative approach, because I feel like talking about identity is also, so it's also very important to talk about community. And I think collaboration is a really good format to practice community and solidarity. I was invited as a host artist here in HELLERAU to assist the collective Age of Love. And so what they told me, what their project is about, is also about like the identity and origin of themselves as artists and also as private people. And being here in the east of Germany, I think it's very important to mention that there's also, there was a big migration wave due to the contract worker period in the GDR times in the 80s. So I think, because I'm working a lot about this topic, I can bring something to the artists that is site-specific and very important for this area here.